Now we'd like to talk to you about implementation of the program. We're sure you have some questions. First and foremost being, where will the money come from? We know the library doesn't have deep pockets, but we also know that there are other avenues for funding available that libraries have tapped into. Funding like government grants, community partnerships, corporate sponsorships, and private donations, all of which have been used successfully by other library systems to fund their community-led librarian initiatives. How have others done it? Edmonton Public Library used provincial grants and private donations. Lambton County System used community partnerships. Halifax Public Library used a federal grant. And Red Deer Public Library applied for a grant from the Alberta Lottery Corporation. All very successfully funded. There are also potential partnerships. The YMCA, Early Years Centres, school boards, and the Canadian Association for Retired People. These organizations have vested interest in community improvement. By partnering with them, we can pool financial resources to provide innovative, needed programming across the board. There are other partnerships with smaller organizations like the Can-Am Indian Friendship Centre, Homeless Youth Centre, New Canadian Centre of Excellence, and farmers co-ops. They also don't have a lot of money, but if we applied for grants with them, we can produce services that would be beneficial to everyone. CLA guidelines allow for corporate sponsorships. These companies also want a literate society and look to invest in the future of the community. Places like banks, major retailers, or communications companies would be good targets. Rest assured that creating such a position is not putting an added burden onto our financial resources. Rather, with a community librarian on staff, the demand for our services will increase and the library's place in the community will become more visible and more relevant. What's more, we'll find out where our resources are and aren't needed, and we can actually save money by not spending it on a collection that sits largely unused. For promotion, the website will be a way to reach out to partners, community members, and library users. Librarians already doing outreach will pre-promote and help in identifying gaps in services. When ready, we'll do a media launch to reach non-users and lost users of the library. Ongoing promotion would include eye-catching pop-up banners in non-library locations and cards and handouts so community members in need can reach the community librarians when they need to. As the program gets going, we'll have a blog that will be contributed to by staff and users of the programs to give different viewpoints and publicize services. And we can never ever underestimate the power of word of mouth. We recognize there will be opposition to initiatives like this. The flexibility required by staff can take some time to embrace. There needs to be an understanding among staff that community relationships are constantly evolving. The shift in direction and thinking may be difficult for some staff. We may also find stubbornness within the staff, who believe they know what is best for the community when it comes to library services. There may also be a perceived conflict within the community. With so many groups that need help, whose needs do you meet? Or whose do you meet first? Just because there will be obstacles does not mean we shouldn't proceed. Being aware of and preparing for challenges is a step toward our success. CLA Code of Ethics states, make every effort to promote and maintain the highest possible range and standards of library service to all segments of Canadian society. We need to ask, are we doing this? Initiatives like the community-led service model require a scary leap of faith, but with the proper planning and implementation, the rewards far outweigh stumbling blocks.
Created using Powtoon.